Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now, we had some priority submissions coming through over the holidays, so I've got those to get through this week. Today we're going to check out 3 metalcore bands, sounding very cool as well. This first band, we haven't had these guys on since April 2020, and I really like that they came straight back to us again and want to be on the channel with their latest track. I don't think this one's even released yet because it's unlisted, this video is. So yeah, you get to see it here first as well, which is really great. This is Dead Beyond Fear. The track that they've got for us today is From Grace to Ashes. Let's get it on the screen, give it a spin.
Therefore I can't deny craving this, I want it more. In the sky is where I saw so many paths left to explore. In a love that's kind of show, I just cruise on with the flow and stick to all that I know. There's so much room for me to grow. In a love that's gone too far, a distance between what we are. Now that breathing through these scars so broken, shattered edge of skies.
Look at that bass there. Now I'm looking at the width of the mix, you can see it's not very wide. I think it would have been nice if they could pan the guitars out a bit further, give a bit of a chunkier sound to the mix. I like this section with the long drum roll. Yeah, dope. You can hear that bass nicely in the mix, got a good tone. Yeah. Nice vocal layering. There's some nice riffs in this one. Cool. Good to have these guys back on the channel, man. They've stepped it up with this one. I think last time we had them in a dusty barn with a bunch of hay, and I made a comment about that because at that time there were far too many bands making, metal bands at least, making videos in either dusty warehouses or dusty barns, and I did pick them up saying, man, we even got the hay bales in this one. But no, this was a cool video. Love to see these guys rocking out in the video. You know I love that. Now, the only thing I'm going to mention about this one, I just want to quickly look. Oh, it says just for promo use, not official release. So maybe these guys haven't finalized the mix yet, and if they haven't, I would say definitely try and just pan those guitars out a bit wider and spread the mix out a bit more, because you could see, you know, on the stereo wave there that it wasn't very wide, and because of that it didn't have the thickness that I think it would have had those guitars been panned out a bit wider, because that just chunks your mix up and makes it louder and heavier, and that was really the only thing missing from this one, I feel like, because they were quite kind of towards the center. It wasn't mono, but it was almost heading towards mono mix. Everything gets squashed together, so the guitars and the bass and the drums and the vocal are all competing for that squashed in space, whereas when you've panned the guitars right out, they have their own space a bit more, and that lets them breathe and get the sound coming out of them, basically. But yeah, I enjoyed this one very much. Nice double bass sound in there as well, cutting through the mix. Some dope riffs in there, like the long section rolling down the kit. Very, very nice. I'm pleased to get those guys back on the channel. Now, the next two bands we've also had on the channel as well before. It's not new bands today, but it's bands that we haven't actually had on for a while, so we're checking in on them again, see how they're doing now. This band's from Manchester. They're called Ventures. The track we've got today is called Wretch In Me. Let's give it a spin. Now, if you just look at the stereo straight away, you can see the difference in this mix. It's wide, it's loud, it's chunky. Yeah. Nice and loud. Like the extra bit of distortion on the vocal there, roughed it up a bit. Drums sound massive in this one. You think we'll always be alone? We've already been on this road to avoid it. You expect to bury yourself. Yeah. Drums are super heavy. You think we'll always be alone? We've already been on this road to avoid it. You expect to bury yourself. You think we'll always be alone on this road that you think. Hear the bass nicely in this section as well. These guys did a nice job of this one. Heavy, loud, super weighty drums, which really brought in a nice power to the mix. Very, very nice drum sound. Really added a lot. It just brought in that extra power. Thick guitars. Nicely panned out in this one. Did the job nicely in this one to get that thick sound. Sorry if you can hear my gardeners going on. They've been going on all day, Jesus. Some extra synthy parts in this one as well, which was nice. Just bringing an extra layer of sound into the mix, into those higher frequencies to just fill it out a bit more. And I really like the roughness and the distortion, the slight fuzzy distortion on the clean vocal. I think I would have preferred it rather than it being just pure clean, because it just roughs it up a bit, meshes it in. I've always found if you put a bit of distortion on the vocal, or even if you do a bit of backing vocal with distortion, it just blends in with the guitars a bit better. It's kind of distortion, it just meshes together better with another distortion. Man, I'm sorry about the neighbours. If you could, they're not the neighbours, the gardeners, if you can hear that. Jesus. The last track we're going to check out today is by a band called Leveled. We've had these on the channel before as well, and we're going to check in on them again. This track came out in August. The track is called As Below. Here we go. Absolute beast on the kit. Yeah. Oh, nice bit of new metal-y groove to this one. This one. Drummer's doing a great job. These guys are killing it. These guys killed it. That was super dope. I love it when you can listen to a track for the first time and just get straight into it, mosh out, and it's like you've heard it 100 times. Not because it's stuff you've heard before, but just because the groove is right. And the drummer does such a great job of moving you through. And before I move on, these guys have got 57 subscribers. For a quality band like that, putting out a great quality video, rocking out, a really high quality mix as well to go with it, loud, pumped up, got a sharpness and a stringiness. You could hear every member of the band, you could hear the bass in there nicely, the absolute unit on the kit. He did such a great job of the drumming in this one, because it's the drummer that pulls your hand through those sections, and just the way he did the fills, the beat changes that he did were just perfect. I love the section on the ride as well. He just did loads of cool little things in there to keep the drumming spicy and interesting, but pull you through the track so you just know, man, here we go, another groove section, spice it up a bit, and then back into this mosh again. You did an absolute superb job. These guys killed it, and they definitely need more than 57 subscribers, because that's a quality band, quality production, and a quality video to go with it. You can't ask for more than that. Super dope. So hopefully these guys will get some more stuff out in the new year, and we can check all these bands out again, because I've enjoyed. It's been nice to see them again, back on the channel again, and all these bands, as I remember now, because I did go back and make sure when we had these guys back on the channel before, and it was a while. And I'd say they've all stepped up nicely. The only thing I'd like to see is Dead Beyond Fear is just widen that track out a bit, and you can see in the other two tracks that followed from that how much of a difference that makes to the sound, especially when you're wearing headphones, because it just makes it wide and chunky and loud, and that's what you want from this kind of music for sure. So if that is just kind of rough cut promo copy, I would say before you definitely put it out, if you can go back and just say, look, widen that out a bit, that would be my tip for that one. But yeah, I enjoyed all the bands today. Very, very cool. What have we got tomorrow? Oh, we got I think it's an 18-minute super sludgy doom track to check out tomorrow. And it's by a band we've had on the channel before. And I'll tell you now, if you like doomy stuff, it's going to be super quality, but it's a long one, 18 minutes. It's only one track as well. Anyway, hope you're having a good day, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.